All right, chat. We got DerekFDB. Saddest backstories ever.
Sad backstories are sad.
Okay. End the video. Yo, chat. I'm done. That's it. That was the fastest video ever. Thank you for watching. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
But they're also cool. A sad backstory could turn a pretty boring character into a beloved character within seconds. The empathy we feel for the character connects us to them. They don't necessarily have to be just like us or go through the same things we did. Like, I know I didn't come from space and my clan definitely didn't get massacred, but I'm still both of these people. And these people.
Yup.
And these people.
Yup.
Today, ladies and gentlemen,
oh my God. Hold on. Goated characters everywhere.
But I'm still both of these people. And these people.
Wait, I don't know about him yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about he wants to kill somebody. Oh, wait. I don't know if he got caught up or nothing. But yeah, we're going to leave him on the side right now.
People.
But he do have a sad backstory. I see. Oh my God. The Green Ranger. Oh my God. Damn, bro. My boy Iron Man. Okay, I don't know who the hell this is. Chat, who is this dude?
Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some of the saddest backstories in history. Backstories so sad, they'll give you clinical depression. Like, take for instance...
Oh, everybody know Naruto, bro.
Now, if you know Naruto, you know it has some sad backstories. Every single one of these dudes went through something traumatic in their childhood. And that's no exaggeration. Naruto had a demon locked in him. Sasuke lost his whole clan. Choji was fat. Everybody went through it. All these dudes got Marvin's Room and 17 on repeat. But amongst all these super sad Naruto backstories, the saddest one has to go to my boy Itachi. Now,
Facts, bro. Wait, hold on. Kakashi was sad, bro. He lost everyone, killed his best friend, whatever. Saw Obito get crushed by a skull. A skull? What? A rock. Bro, he been lost everybody, bro. His father gone, mother gone. Yeah, I think Itachi and Kakashi definitely had it for sure.
But I think Itachi's is a little sadder. Itachi was born in the middle of the Third Great Ninja War, which is like being born in World War II. He was a very gifted child. They say he had the reasoning of Hokage at the age of 7. And have you seen my boy cook an egg? And while one might see these talents as a blessing, they were also a curse, because they eventually led to him joining a group called the Anbu at the very young age of 11. And if y'all know, the people in the Anbu are no bueno. They pretty much
do not put that guy. Oh my God, Chisui. Bro, do not put that guy in the screen again, bro.
Did all the dirty and evil work for the Leaf Village. They're kind of like some organizations in real life. So being in a group like that at the age of 11 is insane. When I was 11, GTA 5 had just come out, and I was still too scared to go to the big hill place on the map by myself.
GTA 6
There's no way
coming
I
out
would have been able to
soon.
hang. Imagine being in the freaking ninja CIA. And not only that, but bro became the captain of them at the age of 13. So you know he had to handle some way darker and way more messed up missions.
Hell yeah.
That leads us to the saddest part of Itachi's backstory. The massacre of his entire clan. And the worst part is it was all done by him. Well, some was done by Obito, but it was mainly him. And while this might look terrible on paper, because, you know, you can't exactly make a YouTube apology video for murking your entire clan. Itachi practically had no choice. He was 13 at the time, and he hated war. So when this ugly, crusty, old piece of Shanzo gave Itachi...
Bro, get this man off my screen, bro. I despise this piece of... Fuck you, bro.
Ultimatum, his hands were pretty much tied. He pretty much told him he could either murk his entire clan and save his brother while also preventing a war, or they'll do it themselves. And obviously, we know what he chose. And that's what makes this the saddest one in Naruto. He couldn't do
his parents too,
he killed
dude.
His mom, his dad, his girl, bro, his girl. And it's not like anybody knows how noble he is. At the end of the show, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the cast, except maybe Neji, because you know, thinks Itachi is a horrible person. And they're not completely wrong. He did torture Sasuke and murk innocent children, but it was to protect y'all sorry butts and y'all sorry ass future. It's just too sad, man. It's too sad. But this sad stuff is a common occurrence in anime. Like, take the GOAT of sad backstories, for example, Demon Slayer. This show is so good at giving people tragic backstories, it makes you feel bad for objectively bad people. People who have killed hundreds, if not thousands of innocents. You start shedding a tear for them. Now imagine we replace one of these demons with a bad person from our world, like Bill Cosby. Just
oh wow, I didn't even mean to pause that.
See what I'm saying? That junk would not fly in the real world. Not a single tear will be shed. The show Little Bill could have been a 4-season explanation of how much Bill Cosby's life sucked. And still, I'm not crying. Only way I even consider even feeling a little bad for him is if he has a backstory like my boy.
Oh,
now this old man, not only have I shed a tear for him, but he could commit almost any crime, and I'm forgiving him. He could
bro, it was a good movie, bro.
GTA 6. He could rob me. I'm forgiving him.
I'll give him my money.
Just as sad. I am 1000% sure when the producers of this movie finished those first 12 minutes, they were like, "Yep, they're gonna need antidepressants after this." So we open with this little kid in the theater. That's our boy Carl. And since he's still a kid, he still has all that passion, that dream big mentality we all had as kids. Now I'm just trying to make it through the day. And while some kids want to be astronauts, ninjas, y'all know, all that cool stuff, Carl, he wants to be an adventurer, a pilot. And one day while walking, he hears a voice coming from this abandoned house. And when he gets in there, he meets this girl named Ellie, who is probably the most passionate and energetic little
just like
girl
him
in existence. Like, she's actually a little crackhead, but she loves adventuring, and that was enough for my boy Carl to fall in love. Carl eventually makes a promise to Ellie to travel to Paradise Falls with her, and this little promise was the start of their relationship. They get married, they buy a house, they fix the house, they go on picnic dates.
Oh, you
work
see,
with
bro?
parents.
See what happens when you pick a shorty and then y'all grow up together, bro? Y'all can become the best versions of yourself. Look, she's pretty, man. And so is he, bro. I mean, I don't know about that nose, but you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Parents, ladies and gentlemen.
Sad story, though.
Everything was going splendid. Eventually, they want to have a baby, or 9 babies. That's cool
good.
Too. But sadly, they end up losing the baby, or all 9 of them. I don't know. This scene is actually so sad. But Carl, being the W husband that he is, cheers Ellie up by reminding her of Paradise Falls and that promise they made as kids. And that one little reminder changed everything. They start grinding, stacking up that paper. Oh snap! A tire blew up. No biggie, we'll just get back on track. I mean, it's good. We just gotta adjust. We gotta.
Damn.
With all these setbacks, they eventually forget about Paradise Falls and become 2 adorable old people. But one day, Carl is reminded of Paradise Falls again, and it makes him feel sad that he was never able to fulfill his promise to his wife. And that's when he gets an amazing idea. My boy gets them 2 tickets to Paradise Falls. Their dream so close to being fulfilled.
Fire.
As Ellie is coming up the hill to get her gift, she collapses.
Oh.
And then we see her and Carl in the hospital. And then...
Dude, just that alone, bro. Look at this, man. Right there. Wow. Bro, spam the... Exactly. Yes. Thank you. I love how I had to say nothing and y'all spamming it, bro. Vastly sad. Man. Okay. Bro said. Hold on, bro. Bro said, see, if you gay, you can't lose the baby. All right. Okay, man. Bro, just enjoy this moment, bro. All right, anyways.
Why they had to do him like that, man? She didn't even get to go to Paradise Falls. Now my boy Carl is lonely. This movie makes me look at bitter old people in a different light. So next time you're out shopping, you see an old white lady just mean mugging you or saying mean things.
She tried to go to Paradise Falls.
Don't assume the worst. Be considerate, guys. She's probably just racist or lost her husband. I don't know. Some of y'all might recognize this image. And if you do, I feel you. And those who don't, it's from the short 3-minute video that was posted 10 years ago. Damn! And while it may not have as many views as the movie Up, it's debatably sadder. Kind of like Up, we follow this boy and girl who meet after the boy protects the girl.
I don't know about how it is, bro.
He still gets beat up, but it's sweet. Then on the boy's birthday, after no one shows up, the girl does with a birthday card, and the boy is so happy, and it's the sweetest thing ever. I mean, look at it. After that, we watch them grow up together. From kids to teens to adults. Wowzers. And as you can see, they're dating. These 2 are in love, ladies and gentlemen. He even gets her a dog. Things are going so perfect, you kind of forget the title of this video is Life Isn't Perfect. And we learned that very soon. Anyways, they eventually get married.
W's in the shot.
W's in the
Here, you can see she's pregnant.
W's in the shot.
Oh, come on.
What happened?
Just like in Up, these 2 sadly lost their baby. But in this case, they decided to adopt. And I'm not gonna lie, call me Ed, but for some reason, first time I watched this, I thought the dog was gonna eat the kid. I don't know. And again, everything is going good with the family. Things are beautiful. Things are magnificent. Maybe life really is perfect. Oh, come on. They killed the dog, man. The dog. What the dog do? This is normally the part.
The dog gave him the last lick and died, bro.
Killed the dog, man. The dog. What the dog do? This is normally the point where I would start crying, but it gets worse. A few years go by and the dad gets a call that his wife has the Walter White disease. And to make things even worse than worse, they don't have enough money to pay for the treatment because, you know, medical system. But the dad gets an opportunity to make a lot of money. The only catch is it's the military. So he says bye to his kid and his wife, and he's shipped off into the battlefield. And y'all know how war goes. His friend is shot first, and when things are looking extremely grim, he sits down and pulls out his pocket the birthday card his wife gave him when they were kids.
Wow.
He just dies. He
dies.
And it ends with his kid as an adult and his family at the cemetery where we see his wife died too. This is easily one of the saddest videos on the internet. And it's crazy.
Bro, what am I watching?
It's still not sadder than the last person I have on this list.
It all began on the day of my actual birth.
Doofenshmirtz, evil and
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to sad backstories, nobody has anything on this man. Not Itachi, not Carl, not Guts. This man has truly gone through it all.
Whoa, Guts. Bro, don't do that, bro. Guts, bro. His shit is wild.
On this man. Not Itachi, not Carl, not Guts. This man has truly gone through it all. Doof was born in the very brown country of Druselstein, where both his parents failed to show up to his birth. I don't know. Don't ask me how. Doofenshmirtz didn't have the best childhood. On top of being constantly bullied, Doof was a very lonely kid. He had no one to look to. Only things he really looked forward to were his garlic ice cream and his giant pet cockroach. Even on his birthday, the day you're supposed to feel like the most special person in the world, he would have to throw himself a surprise birthday party. What's the surprise? That no one showed up again? And one might wonder, well, where are his parents? They surely should be around. Doof's parents freaking suck. They're actually terrible. Top 3 worst in cartoon history. And they take up 2 slots. But this isolation he experienced could have played a big part on why Doof was so smart. This kid was a genius, a Druselstein Einstein. So when it was finally time to display that intelligence at the Druselstein Science Fair, there was no way he could lose. I mean, look at his innators. Like, who is he gonna lose to? But losing the science fair was only a small L. Not only because he lost again next year with his bigger innator, but because what happened at the Gimmelstump community pool was much worse. You see, jumping from the high dive in Gimmelstump was an extremely big deal for some reason. It's what separated you from being a man and a schnitzel. So when Doof's dad told him it was his turn to do it, Doof was too scared. He couldn't jump.
He's just a little kid.
At him, which really wasn't a lot of people. It was like 3. It terrified him, made him nervous. And from that point on, he was deemed a schnitzel. His parents were so embarrassed, they wore bags over their heads anytime they were seen in public with him. And he wasn't even allowed to walk too close to them. This created an even bigger gap between Doof and his already negligent, dumb...
Yo, bro. What the fuck is going on? Why is this actually so sad? Why is it, bro? It's Phineas and Ferb. When did they do this Doofenshmirtz special? This is crazy.
Stupid, retarded parents. So it was no surprise. When his dad got an award-winning dog, he named it Only Son. Around this time was also when Doof started doing gnome work for his family. He would stand out there for hours on end. In the cold, in the snow, in the heat, not allowed to move, not allowed to eat. They had my mans out here like one of those dudes in Times Square. This was also around the time when his little brother was born. And while having siblings should be a ray of hope when you're an only child, especially in Doof's case because he was really lonely, it kind of made Doof's life worse. And not like how having a sibling normally does. I mean, like his parents borderline hated him after Roger was born. They would send him to school in dresses because they were expecting a girl. Didn't help that Roger was pretty much naturally good at the only thing his mom loved, kickball. At some point, they literally disowned Doof. And he had to live with ocelots, the cats from Minecraft. This is really messed up stuff. The only highlight in Doof's life at this point was Balloon, who was a balloon that Doof got at the carnival, and he painted a face on it. That sounds so sad. And while Balloon may have had no arms, no legs, the inability to speak, no personality, Doof loved him. That was his best friend. They were locked in. But alas, just like everything else in Doof's life, this happiness didn't last very long. On one fateful night when he was doing his typical gnome duty, by the way, his family took him back in at this point, so no confusion. Balloony started getting blown away by the wind, and Doof couldn't move. He was on gnome duty. And just like that, Balloony was gone, never to be seen again. Sorry.
Bro, I'm going after that balloon, bro.
And that was only his childhood. In his teenage years, Doof still got bullied, went through breakups, had braces. Braces suck. I had them. And probably
I had them too. I had them for a year.
While he was doing the shadow puppetry show, which he was actually really good at, by the way. So good that he would get attention from girls in the crowd. He got his girl taken away by Huge Hands Hans, a guy with bigger fingers than him.
He only
Y'all
has
see what
3 of
they're
them.
implying? Doof's life is just L after L after L. Kind of like my goat. I mean, even in adulthood, he was dating this girl at some point that left him for a whale. A whale.
What?
This man would have every right in the world to hate society. Or at the very least, his parents. They suck. But he doesn't. I mean, he is evil, but his evil isn't really that big of a deal. He usually does something stupid or unserious. Like the Breadinator or something. Like, who cares? Doof doesn't let what his parents or society did to him impact how he treats the people he loves. That's why he's
That's
such
his
a
daughter,
great dad
right?
to
Yeah.
Vanessa. He knows what it means to not celebrate your birthday. He knows what it means to struggle. He knows what it means to get out the mud. He might be from the Bronx. A lot of people like to use that as a
Facts.
crutch. Oh, I was mistreated, so now I gotta mistreat you.
Nah,
we're fully functional
don't do
humans. We're
that.
not input-output machines.
Don't
we
do
gotta
that.
break the cycles. Everyone should try to be more like Doof. He's not out here being negligent. He's not out here bullying people. I would say he doesn't seek revenge, but sometimes he does, I'll be honest. But overall, he's a stand-up guy. Now, other dimension Doof, his backstory, I understand why he's so evil. He has every right to hate the world. Burn it all down.
That's what he
Comment
should have
down
been
below which
doing.
backstory you thought was the saddest, or if I missed any other sad backstories. I know One Piece has a few, but I ain't reading all that.
That's
And
like
moral of the story, that's just a theory. Okay.
Oh no, don't. Oh wow. Oh wow, Chad. We were just talking about this, and then he said that's a game theory on the saddest backstories ever. Yo, Derek, you cooked in this video, bro. You cooked. I did not know all that info about Doofenshmirtz. I'm not even gonna lie. You brought me so many memories with this Up movie, and then thank you for recapping Itachi. You feel me? That's the goal right there. Till this day. But damn, that was beautiful. Nah, this definitely deserves a like, bruh. Yeah, Doofenshmirtz definitely deserves the spot. The brother went through so much trauma, it's not even funny. Facts. Sad backstories are sad. End the video. Hey, man. Saddest backstories ever. Listen, bro. A sad story can literally, when it comes to writing or animation or whatever it is, it can literally make a character, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he went through something. The difficulty times he went through it. What happens after? Come on, man. It's Liddy.